everybody, it's Tsumiki, she, her, and we're back in Murder Most Misfortunate. I must remember how to play this game most mysterious.
Was still and thick with dust.
It's quite simple, it's a visual novel.
Had there been a draft, I doubt the black drapes by the room's window would have stirred.
Now,
Even
we
I
looked
was
over this
surprised by
room
how
before,
thick and
right?
heavy the material was.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember her saying that. I just wanted to see if there was anything new here.
Just
like,
what kind
we
of
opened the
skeletons
chest?
did I must confess, I have a
No. Okay. The chest is still locked. I don't
simply
think we looked
adore
at the
old
chandelier
chandeliers.
ever.
Especially the ones that come crashing down unexpectedly on the heads of people I don't like.
Oh, I agree about that. I like
Modern
chandeliers
light
that do
pictures
that.
just don't have that same potential.
Yeah, how am I gonna... I'm gonna get someone... I'm gonna crush someone over the head with, like, a Target lamp, you know?
For just
It
the
ain't gonna
slightest
happen.
of moments, I considered collapsing into the antique red chair in the room's corner. After all, we'd spent the evening on our feet, traipsing about the house for the prince's little ghost tour. Then I remembered that spiderwebs don't just come out of nowhere, and that upholstery is a prime place for the little nasties to hide. I would have to remember to warn our doe-eyed little angel about that as well. You know, in addition to the possible bloodstains and all.
Spiders. You don't want to sit because of spiders, but your name is Misfortune, and you're like, oh, gothy and shit, and killing people. You can't be scared of a few spiders. I think we looked at the bookshelf before, right?
Belong to the Lee family as well.
Yeah, we did. I remember that. I remember that gag. Yeah, we looked at this portrait, and she was like, who scraped the eyes out? Okay. I'm happy we've already looked over this room. Dr. Leah. What's up, Leah?
My dear little girl, just what are you doing? You're liable to go for quite the little tumble if you keep leaning out the window like that.
I'm definitely not going to push you out the window.
I'm trying to get a decent signal.
Oh, for your phone? Yes, it does seem like you young people just can't get by without them these days.
I don't care about the phone. I want network access.
Whatever for.
So I can hack the phone company records and figure out who called this house.
Who called this house when?
You can do that, can you?
Yep. Look, I hate people staring over my shoulder when I'm working. Can't you go find a fainting couch and a bottle of smelling salts or something?
Well, I found the fainting couch, but it is spider-filled. Apparently, I'm supposed to warn you about that.
Now, Miss Leah, was it? I'm afraid I just don't know very much about you. Who are you exactly?
I'm Sherry's friend.
Great.
I rather
That
gathered
answers
that
everything.
much. But, my dear girl, what with her enormous fortune, social connections, and nauseatingly innocent good looks, I'd imagine the list of people who'd like to be friends with Miss Charisse is rather long. What's special about you?
I mean, she does also have very good looks. I guess not nauseatingly good.
Fine. My parents were rich too. They're in the tech business. Sherry and I went to private school together. I helped her with math, she helped me be a better person. Fair trade, I hope.
You say were. Have your parents passed away as well?
No, we just don't get along too well right now.
Okay, so Leah's a little separated from her parents.
And your dear old fabulously wealthy school friend took you in. How sweet of her.
I see where you're going with this. And no, I'm not financially dependent on Charisse. Sure, I live with her, but I've got a nice little fund of my own. So I've got no motive to bump off her boyfriend out of fear that he'll kick me out of the house or something like that.
Okay, so you probably didn't kill him. Maybe.
Oh my, perish the thought. I'd never dream of suggesting such a thing.
No, I'm sure you've got much nastier things to
Oh,
say
shit.
for your dreams.
I like you, Leah. I like you. You got some bite on you, girl. All right. What do you know about Charisse and the prince?
So your friend Miss Charisse, just how long had she been seeing our dear departed host?
Not that long, but he seemed pretty intense about it. Nighttime river cruises, the opera, the theater, you name it.
I can't think of anything else besides those three things.
swept
A
off her
play?
feet into
The
a
ballet,
whirlwind
maybe?
romance
And
with a
that's
dark and
basically opera.
mysterious, dashing older man.
She did say nighttime
Your
theater.
friend must have been positively
No,
giddy
nighttime
with
river
excitement.
cruises. She said theater. Right, I was thinking theater like movies, but that probably was a play, so or ballet. So yeah, you kind of covered everything.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, it must have been so hard for you, being left out of all that and resigned to watching from the sidelines.
Yeah, right. That kind of high society stuff isn't really my thing.
Okay, so you were fine being left out.
No, I suppose
Supposedly.
not.
Supposedly
Come
fine.
to think of it, Wizard Boy sometimes looked a little pouty at being left out, though.
A wizard
Did he
boy was there.
really? How do you know? Did he tell you so?
No, nothing like that. Just an impression I got. Not really my business anyway. As long as Sherry's happy, I'm happy. That's all that matters.
Okay, interesting.
I see. So, was she happy?
It was what she wanted. So yeah.
Yeah, she was happy. Probably. I think so. Sure.
And try though.
Believe
you
that,
might.
why don't you?
You just can't bring yourself to sound happy about that. My, how curious.
Look, if you're gonna pry any further, you'd better go get yourself a crowbar, don't you think?
Okay. So, probably. So Leah seems like she has like some romantic entanglement with Charisse. But she's not gonna confess to that.
So, who was it then that called the house?
If I tell you, would it get you to leave me alone?
Maybe.
My dear girl, this predicament affects all of us. If you found out anything that might be in the least helpful, surely it's in all of our interests for you to share it.
I'll take that as a yes. Fine. The number is 11223344. It's a business number registered to Oxley Accounting Services.
Okay. Oh, I was wondering if I needed to write
An
that down, but it
accountant?
just got put in our inventory.
Doesn't exactly sound like a social call. Now does it?
So that's right here. Okay. I'm looking over our inventory again, just to remind ourselves what's in here. Okay.
Who knows? As far as I can tell, this Prince Titanico had some pretty weird friends.
You haven't tried contacting them then?
No, that'd mean talking to more weirdos. I'd rather try and hack into their private emails and see what's up.
Yeah,
I'll
hacker
leave you
girl,
to
do
my
it.
dear.
Do it, hacker girl. Woo. Okay. That's all you have for us for now. Okay, let's find a different room then. So will that checkmark go away when, like, characters have new things to talk about? I guess so, because the dining hall. Huh. Well, we'll get there when we get there. It's raining. That's how you catch pneumonia.
When I'd first arrived at the manor house, I thought it might rain that evening. And in light of recent events, I half expected a flash of lightning to provide an atmospheric backdrop to the stage of our little drama, complete with a clap of thunder as the applause. But the night air hung cold and still, and the only sound was the rustling of weeds and brush that clawed against the foundations of the building.
So it's just
What?
a simple rain,
But
not even
there
a
isn't any
storm.
wind. Who's that out there?
Oh. Oh, it's
just
Klops.
me, Misfortune. Ma'am.
I say, what in the world are you doing skulking about in the brush like that? Don't tell me they get you to do the groundskeeping around here, too.
Sometimes I do a bit of gardening. Yes. You know, when things get out of hand.
Very ominous emphasis on out of hand.
Gardening. At a time like this?
Well, no, ma'am. Right now, I'm keeping an eye out for strangers. Just to keep everyone safe.
You're like a little sus, Klops. I'll be honest.
What a relief. I do feel ever so much safer when a hulking man with an eye patch is lurking in the shadows right outside the house.
Who doesn't feel safer when that's the case? Okay. Well, let's examine the grounds. Wolves. Anything?
There were
What do we have
stories
about the
from the time of
statues?
the Revolutionary War that when soldiers first stormed the grounds of the Lee Manor, ferocious spectral beasts appeared out of nowhere to tear apart the terrified trespassers. Of course, you can't believe everything you hear. But I found myself keeping a watchful eye on the wolf statues in the courtyard, just to be sure.
Just to be sure. Surely they wouldn't suddenly come to life and kill someone. Anything to say about anything in the mansion? No? Okay. The gate? Oh. We'll say something about the brush.
Klops claimed he had already checked the ground around the house for footprints, but I thought it couldn't hurt to double check. Apparently I thought wrong, though, for as I stepped off the path into the brush, the weeds and thorns tore at my skirts and scratched my ankles. You know, I think I'll just take the one-eyed brute's word for it after all.
So if anybody was stepping off the path, though, that means that they would have evidence because their ankles / pants would look all messed up.
A rundown
What about
shed
the
stood in
shed?
the corner of the yard. Gingerly, I tried the door, but the wood had swollen, and it seemed stuck in its frame. It was just as well, I suppose. Ugh. Why would I want to go inside a moldy old shed anyway?
Evidence? Evidence could be in there? That's my thought, but okay. Okay, nothing. Shed is all just shed. Brush is all just brush. I don't see much else. Oh, and we're back at the wolves. Okay. Doing one more sweep, just because I'm like, is that really it? There's nothing else? But I guess that's really it. There's nothing else. I still will only feel satisfied if I do a sweep, though. Okay. I feel pretty satisfied. Let's sweep this area pretty well. Sweep, sweep. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Like I'm some sort of maid. Yeah, I think that's all there is to see. Okay. What do you have, Klops? What do you have for us?
You were in quite the tizzy when you
The
came
tizzy?
running to find me earlier. Was it you who found the body?
Yes, ma'am. I found it in the hall, just like you saw.
And what were you doing before that?
Well, I let the boss, I mean, the prince, into the hall to take his phone call. Then I went to the pantry to get more candles for the dining room. I didn't know how long Horatio was going to be with the lights.
So, the prince was alone then when you left him in the hall?
Yes, ma'am. Without a doubt.
Why then, it appears you may have been the last one to see the poor prince alive.
Oh, well, the murderer.
Wouldn't that actually have been the...
Yeah,
killer,
exactly.
Ma'am.
Exactly.
I suppose so. But then, you did just say you were quite certain he was alone.
What do you mean by that? I'm just doing my job here.
Oh yes, of course. I'm sure you're quite excellent at, well, whatever it is that valets do.
I don't think he likes us.
My dear Klops, please tell me you didn't really think there might still be a stranger lurking around here in the underbrush?
Well, ma'am, no one was watching the door when the prince was in the hall. Whoever did it could have run right out the front door.
Why, indeed they could have. Not much gets by you, it seems. And yet, here you are, searching through the weeds at the base of the house. With the coast clear, would our furtive stranger not just have kept going?
I'm sure he probably did. I'm just looking for footprints.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
Footprints now. Ah, yes, of course. And have
Yeah,
you found them?
she doesn't believe that either.
No, ma'am.
More's the pity. It would have been so much nicer to believe the killer was no longer in the house. Especially with our resident bodyguard busy traipsing through the muck outside.
Sorry, ma'am, but I'm just a valet.
You're just a valet.
Of course you
Definitely.
are.
Definitely just a valet. Nothing more.
Can you tell me anything about our late host? Perhaps about this grand announcement of his?
About the boss? I mean, the prince? Sorry, ma'am, but he wasn't the sort to confide in a mere valet like myself.
Okay,
Come now.
sure.
I know how it is with servants. You're bound to have seen or heard a thing or two about the house, whether your master knows it or not.
Exactly. He's got to know something. Give us a clue,
I take
man.
my
I
duties
can't take it
seriously.
unless I get a
I make
clue.
it a point not to see things that I'm not supposed to see.
But he's dead now.
Yes, I suppose not seeing things would be rather a specialty of yours. Tell me, have you worked for the prince for a long time?
Yes, ma'am. Many years now.
And you're still just a valet? Tisk tisk. Promotions must be hard to come by in that household.
I thought the tisk tisk was gonna be like a. I didn't know she was literally just gonna go tisk tisk. I liked that. Okay, well, Klops is not helping us. So do you know?
That's
do you
right.
know anything about
in all
the?
this commotion, I'd almost forgotten the whole reason
Yeah.
the prince left us was to take a phone
I
call.
forgot about the phone call.
Do you know who was calling?
No,
Because
ma'am,
I know who was
don't.
calling.
Well, that's a little odd. They didn't give a name.
I asked, but they said the matter was confidential.
So you spoke to them then. Can you describe anything at all about the caller?
Yes, I took the call, and they asked for the prince right away. Which is a bit funny, now that you mention it. I didn't think very many people would have this number. Anyway, pretty sure the caller was a woman. She was all crisp and businesslike, too.
Okay,
I'm afraid I can't tell you more than that.
it's a woman.
I suppose it would be too much to hope that this rotting old place would have call display.
Well, I do
No,
know who
It's
called.
a wonder most of the wiring around here even works at all.
Must be magic, I suppose.
So is magic real? Is magic real in this world? Okay, so it was a woman, and it was from Oxley accounting offices. That doesn't give me a lot of information, unfortunately. I think the Oxley's going to be important, though, in the future. Oh, let's go. We haven't gone to the main hall yet. I know, what's his name? Horace. Is his name Horace? The magician is in the dining room?
As best I knew.
We'll get
our
there
mysterious
last,
murder
since
had
that's where we
happened
started.
here, in the hall. At the very least, I thought the body warranted a closer look. Luckily for me, I was no stranger to corpses. Funerals for 9 different husbands will do that, you know.
Oh, so you went to every one of their funerals? I
13,
guess so. Oh, and Charisse is here
14.
too. Perfect.
15.
It seems
And she
I'm
knows
no
how to
longer
count.
there. But what is the poor girl doing? She's just pacing back and forth and muttering to herself. Have the evening's events already broken her fragile little mind?
Okay, well, before I talk to her, I do want to look around. The body, the body, the body, the body,
I
the
decided
body,
it was
the
time
body.
to take a closer look at the body. Corpses are always
You know-
a bit distasteful, to be sure, but I'd seen enough rich old lords killed on
Unfortunate hunting accidents.
that I was rather used to it.
You know, normally when you start a mystery investigation, you start with the body. So we're a little weird starting going to the body this late into our investigation, but you know, gave it some nice time to fester. Okay, so we got the wound. Nothing on the head. Don't care about this hand.
The
Okay.
prince's most obvious injury was the wound on his back. Judging
Yes,
from the
I
way the
see
clothes
it.
had been pierced, it had almost certainly been made by a knife. The wound itself was deep and vicious. Clearly the work of no ordinary butter knife. The blood had soaked through the back of the prince's evening wear, but given the nastiness of the wound itself, there wasn't as much of it as I might have expected.
Okay. So there's not as much blood as there should be. Seems relevant. I'm still... Whoa! I can look to the left and right a little. Wee! Wee! It does nothing for me. I was just making sure there's nothing else to look at. You
There was
know how
something
we are.
odd
You
about
just
the
saw
prince's
us.
right hand. I knelt down to get as close a look as I could without touching it. The palm and inside of the fingers had been burnt and blackened. I
Huh.
checked the left hand as well, just to be sure, but it seemed undamaged.
Okay. I'm writing that in our notes. Right hand and palm of Prince burned and blackened. You said right hand and fingers, right? She said fingers. I'm gonna put right hand and fingers instead of palm,
The prince was
because
face
palm's
down
part
on
of the
floor,
hand.
and there was an odd angle to his right leg. So odd, in fact, that I'd wager a platinum necklace or two that it was broken in at least one spot.
Okay.
Could simply collapsing on the spot from a stab wound cause a break like that? I seriously doubt it.
Actually, it can, if you just get a real bad fall. Okay, and his prince left leg broken. So clearly he was stabbed up here. Why don't I look at the landing, actually? Why don't I look at the landing? Oh. The phone has, like, extra sparkles over it. Oh, it's telling me about the wire. Oh, there's something important about the phone's wire. Can I get... Sometimes in mysteries, you know, you get the pad of paper and you do the thing where you put the pen over it, and then it's like, oh, it turns out that there's a secret
The
thing
phone
here.
itself was heavy.
The person
made of
may
metal,
wrote
and
something, and now
certainly
you can
quite
see what it
old-fashioned.
is. Not this one.
Normally, that's the sort of style I prefer. But right now, a call history of some kind would have come in rather handy.
Yeah, but we already
Why
have
is
that.
the
It doesn't
receiver
matter.
dangling like that? Did this table get bumped at some point?
So he was probably killed in the middle of the call. Can't examine the receiver. That's just part of the phone.
I suppose I could
The
dial
dial.
a number here, if I knew of one worth calling.
I do have one. Actually.
Oxley Accounting Offices. That's what that Leah girl had said. Of course, she could have just been making it up to get rid of me. I'd certainly do the same to her. But...
So we actually get to call Oxley. Okay. This'll answer a question, I'm sure. A busy God damn it. Fuck.
Oxley Accounting
Oh,
Offices.
it's
Oxley
not a
speaking.
busy signal.
Are you new or pre-existing client?
That is louder than most of the dialogue.
To tell you the truth, I'm not really sure.
I see. That doesn't bode well for the organizational state of your paperwork.
That's fair and true.
Actually, I'm calling on behalf of a friend.
In that case, please be advised then that I will only be able to answer the most basic of queries without certified written permission from your associate, or friend, as you call them.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sadly, I fear my friend's signature would be difficult to
Yeah, I
obtain
can
at
get
the moment.
I could
But
get
I think
answers.
basic queries
Oh
would be
shit,
well
there's
enough for
answers.
now.
Okay.
Now, Miss Oxley, was it? You sound like a very organized person. Can you tell me if you called this number earlier this evening?
Yes, I log all of my calls, both incoming and outgoing. And yes, I did call this number at 8:32 p.m. Sharp, of course.
8:32 sharp.
Yes, 8:30. That sounds about right. Wait a minute. Isn't that rather late for an accounting office to still be open?
Shouldn't you be closed by now, actually? And then she goes, oh shit, you're right, hangs up.
An 8-hour business day is standard in many sectors, but we take our work very seriously here at Oxley Accounting. Besides which, it was requested that I call at precisely that time.
Okay.
Requested? How odd. Requested by whom?
We can't get that information.
In the absence of written
Yeah,
consent,
yeah,
I
yeah,
am not
yeah,
authorized
yeah.
to provide that
Yep,
information.
yep. Okay.
Of course you're not. Yes, certainly. Can you at least tell me if you spoke to anyone when you called?
Yes, the call was answered. I asked to speak with a particular individual and was told to wait.
And you did wait then?
For 4 minutes and 36 seconds, yes.
Okay.
And after such an oddly specific yet arbitrary you hung up?
Certainly not. Someone picked up, I introduced myself again, and then they hung up.
How rude. To think anyone could hang up on such an obviously charming personality as yours.
Okay, so I'm gonna write that down actually. Oxley requested to call at 8:30. Spoke to someone. Was on hold about 5 minutes. Someone else hung up on them. Interesting. But the phone's still off its dial is what confounds me, but you could just hit that down to hang up a call, couldn't you?
Might you happen to know a man called Prince Titanico?
I am familiar with that name, yes. In fact, I was hoping I might speak to him. Is he there?
Well, he's a little stiff right now.
I'm afraid that really won't be possible.
Very well. In that case, please inform him I will continue to try to contact him at regular intervals.
Oh, I'll let him know.
You can try. Can you tell me, was Prince Titanico a client of your office?
In the absence of written
Yeah,
consent,
yeah,
I am not
fuck
authorized
off.
to provide
Yeah,
But if
great,
you're trying
great.
to contact him, you must have some kind of business relation with him.
In the absence of written consent, I am not authorized to provide that information.
You can be just insufferably
I
obstinate,
don't like you,
can't
Oxley
you?
person.
If by that you mean thoroughly professional, then yes.
Same thing, really.
Great. Your yeah. Fuck,
Miss
your
Oxley,
client's dead, by the
I'm
way.
not entirely sure how to tell you this, but Prince Titanico is dead.
I see. That will definitely have some ramifications for my paperwork.
It sure
Not only
will.
that, but it seems rather likely that he was killed precisely when he came to answer your phone call.
Noted. I suppose that explains why he hung up so abruptly and didn't call back.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's all coming together
Didn't
for you,
find
isn't
that
it?
a little bit odd at the time?
Not really. For certain types of business, it's quite common to encounter some reluctance on behalf of the other party.
But hang on, I thought the prince was your client. Why would he be reluctant to speak with his own accountant?
Accounting is not the only service we provide at our office. We also perform audits, credit checks, and financial investigations of various sorts.
So they could have been doing an audit on him.
Of course.
Okay.
Now it makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
The prince was being audited, wasn't he?
Without written consent.
In the absence of written consent,
Yeah,
I am
I get
not
it.
authorized to provide that information.
It's quite all right, dearie. I can connect the dots myself. You've been ever so helpful. In spite of yourself, really.
Okay.
You are welcome to log your opinion of our interaction on our office's website.
You guys
feedback
have,
form.
well, I guess we have
Now,
smartphones. We must have
exactly
internet.
Who was I speaking with again? Are you with the police?
Sure, yeah.
Ah, no. They're on their way. My name's Misfortune. I'm one of the guests.
Don't give her your name.
I'm quite sure that name has been in my files before. Something to do with a possible inheritance tax irregularity from a deceased spouse? Let me check.
Hang up. Quick, hang up.
That won't be necessary. Besides, the wiring is a bit dodgy in this place. The phone could go out at any moment. Ta-ta then.
Perfect. Bye. Okay, so we got answers. We got an answer. I'm gonna write down that the prince was being audited, and then 2 question marks. Perfect.
What
So what's
have
up
we
with the
here?
wire?
There's an extra wire clipped to the back of the phone.
Oh.
I'm quite certain this sort of phone doesn't normally need more than one wire. Let's just leave it alone for now, shall we?
Yeah, let's. Yep. Okay, so I don't even need to write that down, because that went right into our folder, our inventory. But the phone has been tampered with. Is there anything to look at here? I don't know. I guess I'm going all around, though. Ooh,
The house
dirt.
must have been abandoned for quite some time indeed. For on one side of the hall, part of the wall itself had collapsed, and nature was slowly but surely spilling into the house and reclaiming its territory.
That rules.
Let's hope
I
that
love
the place
dirt.
would hold up long enough for us to wrap up our little party at the very least.
Great. What, the dirt? I didn't realize how big this dirt pile was. Boy, I'll say nature's reclaiming it. There's just like a huge pile of dirt in your main hall. This was supposed to be a fancy shindig, and you just got dirt pile here? Nobody commented on dirt pile? Anyways, let's look at the
Was
candles
it only
and then talk
coincidence
to
that the trail
Cherise.
of candles in the center of the main hall seemed to lead straight to the body of the prince? Or had our mysterious killer intentionally used them to frame their handiwork out of some sense of macabre artistry?
Probably
Well,
coincidence.
Tragic
Could be
as
either
it might
or.
be to despoil a work of art, it occurred to me that a candle might come in
There's the
handy
candle, and now we
searching
can
the darkened
investigate the
house.
breaker room.
Since with all the commotion of finding the body, I must have misplaced the one I had earlier.
Perfect. Is that candle lit? It does not look lit in our inventory, but I assume it is. Oh, how the times have changed.